I believe everybody can see my screen, right? Everybody can see my.
Yes.
Okay, let's continue. So, like I was saying, I said this is a mobile project idea, it's a mobile application. You're not designing any web. You're not using the desktop frame. What you're going to use is just the mobile frame. So you can use any frame of your choice, but I will recommend you use iPhone 13 mini so that it will be easy for you to have get a nice mock-up for your project. It's much easier, except you know how to mangle your way around using iPhone 15 or 16 Pro or whatever Pro. But I think iPhone 13 is easier for, it's beginner friendly, unlike the other one. So this is a project application, a smart campus companion app, is a mobile app. So mobile app, you know, when you're designing a mobile app, you're going to start from the splash, the onboarding, the welcome, done, the sign up, the sign in or login. You have forgot password, you have creation of password before the home page, and you know other sections. So that's how you're going to start the flow. So now let's talk about this project. Now this project has 6 features. Now, this is a mobile app. This mobile app is designed to help university or college students manage their academic and social life in one place. Think of it as a digital assistant for campus life. So this is a cool problem that needs to be solved. The reason why I brought this idea was because I had a conversation with someone few months ago, and you know the person was just giving me some hot gist, and you know from the gist as a designer, I got lost in the conversation and then start thinking about how to this problem. So and I said, oh, this is a nice problem, and I would love us to work on this project. It's actually very simple. I believe all of us went through school, we're enjoying that campus life. So now the key features are just timetable and reminder, event hub, study group match, campus marketplace, anonymous confession for feedback wall, and the emergency contact section. Now, let me break these features for us. Now, the first one says timetable and reminder. Add classes and get reminded before they start. Sync with Google calendars. Now, for this particular one, I think I'm someone who loves see that early morning sleep. I enjoy it a lot. That sometimes my classes are fixed 8 o'clock, and from where I live to my school, as of then, transportation was just 15 naira. You can maybe now it's 200 or so. So you distance of 200, 150, you could tell that it is not trackable, and I'm going to use a public transport. And if I use a public transport, definitely they're going to do pick and drop. And by the end of the day, I will miss it. And I have this toxic lecturer then that once you are 5 minutes late for that class, you're going to stand outside. When I mean stand outside, you even stand in the window to pay attention. Like you're off. And for someone that enjoy morning sleep, uh this is something that after going late, or maybe I had an activity over the day, or maybe I am a entrepreneur, a student, but a business person, and maybe I close shop late, I was tired, and stuff like that. So you can just add your class and get reminded before they start, where you can sync with Google calendars. Like now, what I normally do, if I have a meeting with a client, I have meeting with someone, I normally just do reminder. Sometimes iOS reminder is so funny. Then I'll just sync with Google Calendar if it's virtual meeting, but if it's online, so I do the same thing too. So that is something about, like, this is one of the feature we are going to do. Allow students to sync their timetable. Like it's something that you say, oh, Monday, so time I have this class, Tuesday, so time I have this class, something like that. Then the next one says event hub. Discover upcoming school events. Good evening. Discover upcoming school events, club activity, and seminar. Now, let's say as a student, you love attending maybe old school day, rag day, suya nights, masquerade nights, whatever night or whatever event or whatever club, or you have this. I think one thing I love in my school then, where we normally do this cultural day. I so much love it because definitely as an Igbo girl, I would love to tie those our wrapper and dance around. Even though I don't know how to dance, that is something I normally do. But there are some students that you get carried away by their exam, or you might not even remember the date. So you can just, go to the site. If you just, or let's say an introvert that wants to, turn to an extrovert, and you can just go to the application, and then you can see upcoming school events, club activities, seminar, stuff like that. And you can just, book, or if it's a ticket event, you have to book for a ticket or even buy a ticket, and then you get a reminder. Now, for people that attended config, so I'm going to use config as example. Don't even be for people that attended, like as long as you're a designer and you use Figma, there is this thing. I don't know if you guys have paid attention to what Figma normally does. When it's time for config, you open your Figma dashboard. You see once, then you will see one big banner that will just be in your face there and tell you register for config 6th to 8th of May. Now you just be seeing something like that. So in our own, we can just say, okay, since you've go to the event side and you see upcoming events, if RSVP the event, you can just say, okay, maybe on the dash, I'm just giving you guys an instance, not an idea. You can just say, okay, send a notification or send a mail or send a reminder, for them to just, see the activity that they register for. Like now for config, I'm talking of not for tacos config nationwide. When you just that in your mail, you see when you receive a Figma event, you just check your mail, you start Figma is telling you so person is going to speak for config. Why have you not registered for config? Blah 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 like that. For people that have my WhatsApp number, there was a time I was just, for people, not even my WhatsApp number, for people that is on the FOF for tacos group, there was a time I'm the community manager there. There was a time I was putting out content both in Pidgin, in Port Harcourt Pidgin, I was just putting out why have you not, registered for the events, something like that, just to, remind people that there's an activity going on. So that is the kind of idea I just, the kind of features for this event hub. Then we have for the next one, which is the study match with peers who are studying the same course or topic. Now, the second one says schedule study meetup for virtual season. Now, I'm going to still use myself again. There was a time in school, I'm an introvert. I hardly start conversation with somebody. I don't do that. And I would just love to stay on my own. But one thing I love, even till now, is that if I'm designing at work or in my house, or maybe the workstation I normally go, I always love seeing designers, we talk about design, we do this kind of thing, and, just having that, study group. Oh, I think I remember I had someone that we are learning Figma sites together, and every evening I'll call the person, oh, reminder, how far? It's time for, those things. Then we just, jump on just Figma calls. It's even more better. We start having conversation, we start doing this, we start doing that. So that is something like that where you have to, have a meetup or schedule something like that. But in our own now, it's match with peers who are studying in your group. So you can come to this place and look for people that are your course mates or people that are studying the same topic with you. You can say, oh, I want us to, have a meetup where we'll meet either virtual or we'll go to night class together. Those night class fund something in the school. I did it a lot. I think I lost one of my phone the first time I went. I did that. I think since today I've not recovered because that was my first phone I bought with my money. And the first day I wanted to go for night class, they stole the phone. So stuff like that, those kind of fun that we had in school as students. Now the next one is campus marketplace. A lot of students, when they are done with school and they are moving out, to start, you see people start telling you, oh, send me this, buy this, send me, sell this one for me, sell this one for me. Not only property. Now in this our own, we can say they can sell their textbook. Now for one student that don't have money to buy lecturers handouts, and me, my year two, I already have this handout, but it's just useless for me. I can come to that place, I can sell it, I can put it up for price. I know when you are selling it, the lecturer is naturally not, because nowadays, in fact, since my school days, is handout automatically gives you 10 points you get. There are people that don't even have money to buy the handout. For example, the handout is being sold for 10,000. They don't even have the 10,000 to give. But you as a student, you're done with your year one and you are in year two and you have this handout, which is just useless for you. So you can just put it up there and sell it. So you can just put it up there for 4,000 naira, for 3,000 naira. And this year one students can buy it, for reading sake, just to pass the exam, but you will not get that, that original 10 score from the lecturer. Now, even not apart from textbook, gadgets, property, as long as it's within the school community, you can put it up for sale. Now, if for those of us that are using Facebook, if you go to Facebook Marketplace, so that is the kind of idea there, just kind of idea where you have to upload any of your property. I think I've I have not interacted with something like that, but my siblings normally, put up their property on markets, on that Facebook marketplace, and they're getting buyers. So something like that. That was the idea I brought for this. Then this anonymous confession. We all know this anonymous, for people that are following this with, I've forgotten his name, with something on Twitter. Now you see the way he used to put all this, but his own is all about relationship, love, those ones are crazy. So those kind of thing where you just have to put up anonymous confession. Maybe somebody is you want to just say something, for fun, and you can just come there and just put the link. You don't have to put your name. It will not detect you. It will just be anonymous. So where you just have to put about school issues, or maybe let's say you want to call out a lecturer and you don't want the lecturer to know that you are the one that call out the lecturer. You can just come there and call this lecturer out. Are you guys with me? Let me know that you guys are following.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, thank God. All right, thank God. You know where I'm hanging right now. You guys will be seeing me. All right, so where you want to call, or maybe somebody is bullying you, you are scared of, if you call this person out by yourself, this person is actually going to do something worse, and you want to call this person out. So you can come to that section and you call this person out without anybody knowing that you're the one that called it. So what you just like, it can be, confession, it can be fun. What I just did was just like confession, because let's just put it like related to school issues. I know if we say for fun, people might not, if we say for fun, people might, there are fun things you get. People might not actually give us the same direction, There are different ways of defining fun. So that is why I just say anonymous confession related to anything school issue. Somebody is bullying you, a lecturer is harassing you, your school lecturers will just come to the class and just tell you, I'm not seeing you guys, they just play music, and then did I come to school? Did I come to school to do, shake my bum bum, or do that kind of stuff? That's not what you want. You just come to that section and then you just do anonymous confession. You can also make it that one for feedback. Oh, this lecturer is so good. Let's look for a way to give this lecturer, something like that. So that was the two idea. So either for confession or for feedback, as long as it's related to school issues. Then this up provoke or comment on post, you can just take that one out. But I think I just like this confession and then feedback. I'm going to edit the form. Then this other one that says emergency section. Now, quick access to security, the health center, or other emergency number. So I was hoping that this section where we can, put out emergency number. I think I remember, not in my university days, but in my secondary school days, as of then when I was staying in Kano State, I think I was in just one then. That was my, no, not Kano State, River State here. I think that should be just one or just two. Where I've never seen somebody conversing in my life until that day. Now, I had a kind of experience. This person was conversing. We didn't know it was conversion. We didn't know. And the nurse in my school was not available. You get, and now, but the school have an hospital number. Like, let's say my school and hospital are related in case of anything. That kind of we like call it partnership. You get. So this person was conversing. We didn't know. We thought it was just acting, because trust me, my class, we stubborn, and we are so playful that even up to now that we are all grown up, we talk about the memory and it's fun. So this person was conversing. We thought this person was just acting up. It was later that we noticed that it was serious, and we had to look for, I think then we had to go to our chemistry lab to look for this their spoon they used to use and turn this thing in the lab. So we had to use that thing to put in the person's mouth. And then we are looking for our school nurse school nurse was not available. Like imagine you were going to our office to look for her, but she was not available. We were told that she went to the market. Imagine. So something like that. So now, in that kind of experience where the school nurse is not available, this is where you can just call for, healthcare number, and they'll just use their when motto to come and carry them. You get? So that is something like that. Or maybe two persons are actually fighting. You can just, call the security number from the application, stuff like that. So that was the kind of emergency contact section. That's, you want to say something? The problem is I don't even know. Okay, Cynthia. Okay, let's continue because it's limited. Okay, let's continue. So now let's break it down. I know I've broke it down for us, so let's break it down more. Now the first one says class timetable and remainder. How do I remember my class? Now, as a student, I can be able to enter my class timetable into the app. Then the app reminds them before the class starts. Now, the other one is optional. Let them sync it with their Google calendar. Now, we have the next one, which is the events hub. What is happening in the school this week? You can put it in a month. You can put it in this week. Now, let me give you guys expo. Now, in your bottom navigation, okay, in your home page, okay, bottom navigation, we can have events one side. We can have the home page. I believe everybody knows what is bottom navigation. This is called bottom nav. Let me go to Telegram and show you what is bottom navigation. Now, this video, tap to mute and leave, is a bottom navigation. Now, in your bottom navigation, you can put events hub. You can put the home page, you can put accounts, and then you can put something like search. I'm just giving you guys an idea. And then on your home page, if you have a reminder, so when we did our food app where we have that banner, Rukayat said something like adding a banner on. I can't forget that the way she said it, that since she is for body, she said that you can add banner in that place to give it this eye catchy, maybe discount or something like that. So in that home page, you can add banner that way and put it more like a reminder. For example, if they have maybe an event, upcoming event, if they register for upcoming events, or they're having class in the next maybe 4 hours, 2 hours, or whatever hours, it can be like a reminder for them. Then they can also, on that same home page, they can upload or add their class calendar, you get. And they can also look for a match group from that homepage. I'm just giving you guys idea. Then on that bottom navigation, we can put homepage, event hub, marketplace, and accounts. Maybe you just look for somewhere to. I'm just giving you guys idea, but I'm not telling you guys how it should be. But I'm just giving you guys idea how the UI should be. Now, the second one that says event hub, what's happening what's happening in school this week. You can say this week, you can say this month. I think it's fine. Instead of going with just this week, you can say what's happening in school. Maybe filter by week or filter by month. Anyhow you want to do it. I'm just giving an idea. Now, exception to see all the upcoming school events, club meeting, parties, seminar, and all. They can click I'm interested and get reminded before the event. Now, I'm interested based on it is a free event free event, but it's something that they will have to buy. It will be like buy ticket. So you can see that the English there is clear. Then the next one that says study group. I need someone to read with for this course. Students can enter their course or topic. Now, if you've uploaded your timetable, automatically you're going to have, as a student who have uploaded the timetable, automatically you will have the students that are in your department and are also taking that course or topic. Now, the app help them to find people in the same course to form study group. Now, what this place actually means is that if you've uploaded your timetable, automatically when you are designing, you're going to have a section that pops out all the people that are taking your course or that topic. You get. But if it is being implemented, if I go to the study, if I've uploaded my timetable and I go to the study group section, the system will just automatically pop out people that are taking maybe Genes 101. People that are taking Genes 101, you will see their name, you will see their departments, and then you can, let me don't continue from that place. The app helps you to find people in the same course to form a study group. Now, there's something that I noticed on TikTok. There was a content I saw on TikTok where somebody said, all these UI UX designer, when I go just they design something at the end of the day, when I know the reason say developers they implement some, somebody was just ranting about some designs. As a developer, I was just ranting about the designs that developers normally do. So I went and I have 15 UI UX designers friends on TikTok that I am always in communication with. Newbie, my level, advanced, we are always in communication. So I went under the comment section and I tag all of them. Like I actually tag all of them. So when I tag all of them, most of them reply me, it was fun. Then the next time when I came back to TikTok, I noticed that TikTok was telling me that I should create a group. Like it just popped out the 15 persons that I take and was like, create a group, like a button, the 15 persons in a list. And then I saw a button that says create a group. So something like that can happen. I'm going to send a screenshot. I didn't create, I just left it. I will send a screenshot to just show you what I mean. So when I saw it, I was like, wow, so you can actually create a group. The same way we normally create a group on WhatsApp. So you can actually create a group like that on TikTok and we can have, fun. Since 15 of us are always in communication, you get. I want to be sure that Telegram is incorrect. Okay, so we can do something like that. Then the other one that says campus marketplace. I want to sell my old textbook or buy used one. Now, then the other one is a simple buy and sell section for things like books, shoes, only for students on the campus, because definitely this is a student platform. Now, like there are some students that cannot afford to buy new shoes. I have a roommate, a baby bunk mate, that sometimes I used to pity that lady, so honestly. So luckily, both of us wear the same size of shoe. So I think when I went to the market that time, I bought things for her, the same body, same size. So something like that. Even me now I was giving her based on gifts, but right now we can just say, okay, it's something that I am selling. Now if this shoe is being sold for 10,000 naira and this person cannot afford 10,000 naira, but if this person sees the shoe on the platform, the person can say, oh yes, I can afford it for 3,000 naira, I can afford it for 4,000 naira, something like that. I just made textbook as an example. I'm moving out, like my school is in Gombe State, but I based in Port Harcourt. There is no way I'm going to be carrying this almighty wardrobe, almighty bed frame, almighty this, almighty that. I can put it up for sale on the platform. So that is the idea for that. But it is only for the students. It is only for students. Okay. Then the next one says anonymous confession or feedback wall. Now, I just said that if a lecturer is harassing you, you're not comfortable and you want to call this lecturer out, but you don't want people to know that you are the one that called this lecturer out. You can just, give it that anonymous, put it out there. I want to say something, but I don't want them to know it is me. You get this lecturer has been harassing you for weeks and you're not comfortable. You've tried to report and then you are scared. Oh, if I report now, they will know I'm the one. I'm just going to come there. I'm going to, put it out there. Oh, Mr. B, lecturer B is doing so great. How do we appreciate? You just want to come out and say, this guy is doing so well. And, you don't want to, say it. You just want to act like anonymous. I think I have somebody that normally do this thing. Then I was seeing posting is anonymous something. The person will always come and say that. Then I was still a beginner. And the person will say, I so much admire your how you put yourself out there, how you share your work. I love your growth, stuff like. And since today, I don't even know who is this person, but I know deep down in my mind, I know that somebody has been appreciating my work, but I don't know who is that person. You get? Now, we can also, I'm thinking of also that section. If somebody says, let's say somebody says, let's appreciate, you just put this, oh, Miss Lecturer A is doing so good. I love how he break down this. I love how he break down this. And he made me understand, James 100. And now he's the one making me to believe that I can actually become something great in life. And then you can come under the comment section to say, oh yes, it's true, those kind of Facebook posts. But now in Facebook posts or Twitter posts or LinkedIn posts now, as you're dropping those comments, definitely they will know that it is you. But you don't want people to know that it is you that comment something like that. Now there are some like that if you're following this guy on Twitter, I can't remember his name, but I know the thing starts with, is it Dixon or something like that? I can't really remember. His content on Twitter is, I think it should be Dixon. His content on Twitter is always this, let me use the word nasty, content about relationship, or maybe some of the good ones where people will just come out to seek advice, but they don't want them to be there. And then you see people, when you go under the post, you will see some words that people are saying, and you'll be tempted to go to their profile to see them. So we can create something like that where people will just, put anonymous post, and then you can come under that section to, comment. But this time around, people are not going to know that it is you. Maybe we can use something like maybe we can use something like maybe just a random image or a random name, because your profile, you're going to have your full name. But now when you come to that section, nothing is going to be detected. So we can do something like that. It could be a fun confession or a serious feedback about campus issues. Then other students can like the comments and then or like the post and also comment. So I'm just giving you instance like LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, something like that. For I won't say Telegram or WhatsApp, but this kind of platform where you post something, people like, people comment, stuff like that. Then the other one that says emergency contacts. Sorry, what am I even pronouncing? Emergency contact section. In case of emergency, who do I call? A page with one type calling option for school security, healthcare, or home manager and counseling. So now I'm looking at the UX. I'm not sure, but what is in my head? You can have a button. Now for people viewing our platform using their mobile, if you check this before your if you check almost the ending part, like the end, let's say this place that I wrote this UX design thinking process, maybe at this white space here, you can have a button. It's called a floater button. Those buttons that are normally round, most times is round. You can have that round button. When you click on it, you're going to show you like a small write-up, first small write-up that says school emergency, like a call. You can use a call icon, like a call icon. So when you use a call icon, it's just going to be inside your, your primary color, and it just be like you use a drop shadow to make it look like it is on top, like floating. It's called a floater button. Floating button, not floater, floating button. So it's just going to be there. And then when you click on it or you tap on it, it's click because it's a mobile. So when you click on it or you tap on it, it's just going to show you like a list, just small list. I think I have a video about that, and I did a small TikTok video about that. I'm going to share after the class. I'm going to look for it and share for us. So you can have something like that that says school security, healthcare, hotel management, or counselor. So I just use the word hotel management. Oh, sorry, hostel management. For people that are, people that are staying in hostel, you can just call your hostel manager. Person like us, I stay in hostel for almost 3 years. I will not advise my enemy to strike. Please go and rent your house, stay your own, have your space. So now let's talk about this UX design thinking process. So we talked about, I sent a video related to design thinking process, and design thinking process is actually a process that is a process that helps you to understand your user, create a problem for them, and understand your user and create a problem for you. And I sent a video about that, and then we are going to use that process. So we'll not use the agile methodology because you are not designing with a developer. You're going to use a UX design thinking process. And there are 5 processes for the design thinking. We have the empathize, we have the define, we have the address, we have the prototype, and we have the testing. Now, empathize is like understanding your users, which falls under the user needs, their behavior, and their challenges, which we talked about UX search. Now, where you have to, have interview with real students. Now, the reason why I said use a real students is because students will more like, tell you their experience instead of you using yourself. I know some of us actually graduate. If I say, ask yourself this question, people will work based on their assumption. Now, design is not all about working on your assumption. It's not about designing what you think is like. What about if you're done designing and it's not a problem? It's not a solution for me, but it's a double problem for me. So that is why I said, have an interview with a rich student. 5 students is okay. 5 students at least is okay. Minimum of 5 students is okay. If you want to have 10 students, you're fine. But minimum of 5 students is okay. You get, or yeah, or fresh graduates too is okay. But just have a interview questions with minimum of 5 persons. And if you're having your question should be 10 questions, excluding their personal details. Like excluding their personal details. Your first question should be, are you a student? But anything like their age, where they school, is none of your business. It's not part of your interview questions. So your question should be like understanding, their struggles in school related to this future that you are building. Now, you're going to use the research method of qualitative and quantitative. Once you are done, you're going to move to using your user personas and empathy mapping. Now, all these ones falls under empathizing, understanding your user. Now, the next one, which is identifying the problem, you're going to identify the core problem students face that this app will solve. Now, which is what? A clear definition of the problem you are solving. Now, this is an example I just gave, but you're not going to use this example. College students are overwhelmed with managing their activities, events, study group, and leading to stress and missed opportunities. It's all about reading, go school, go class. What about the fun? What about interacting with others? You get? So this is like, I need to see a definition of your problem that you're trying to solve. So a definition of the problem you're trying to solve. And I give you an example. Now, the next one I'm going to see is your user journey map. We know the user journey map, which is like waking up, checking their schedules, looking for study partner, blah, 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 blah. We have the user step, user action, the pain points, the expectation, opportunity to improvement, opportunity to improve. So you know how the user journey map is. And then you have the awareness, concentration, blah, blah, blah. Oh, sometimes it can be 4, sometimes it can be 5. But this our project is going to be 6, 5, between 5 and 6. So persons own are going to be 5, so persons own are going to be 6. Because the features here listed here are 6. So if you do 5, no problem. If you do 6, no problem. Okay. Now I missed out something. Your user personas is going to be 3, not 2. Now the reason why I said 3 is because 1, we're going to have a graduate, we're going to have a fresher, and we are going to have one person from maybe year 3. Or at least we're going to have or final year, let's say almost final year. Let's say if you say 4-year course, maybe you're going to have a graduate, you're going to have a year 3 student, and you're also going to have a fresher. Because if this person tell you their experience is different, a fresher just they enter school, never they know what's up. You get, and it might have encountered some little things. You get, so that's why I said your user persona is going to be 3. You're going to create 3 user personas. So I think I missed that one. Your empathy, your empathy map, the normal empathy map. Things say, do, and feel about campus life. Then we have that one is under the empathy. Then the define, we have the problem statement. I need to see a clear definition of the problem that you're solving. And also I need to see your user journey map. Now, the next one is going to be the hydrate, which is the brainstorming solution. This is where a lot of us is actually going to, if you're using your drawing book, this is where you start tearing your drawing book up and down because you're not getting the flow. If you're using pen, but if you're using pencil, this is where your eraser is going to finish. Now, the goal is come up with many ideas as possible for solving this problem. Now, in this brainstorming, now, what you just have to do is just a flowchart that help you understand the app, inside the app. For example, the timetable, no, how do I, the normal way of coming, the splash, the onboarding, the welcome, the sign up, just that way. The same way we do the flow charts. You get, so that is the way. I just need to see your brainstorming idea of how a user is going to interact with this problem, which is the flow charts. And then the next thing I'm going to see is your wireframe. Now, the wireframe, you're not going to do mid fidelity. You're just going to do a rough sketch. You're not using, the only place you're going to end in your FigJam is just the flowchart. So when you come to your Figma, you should be able to, do your sketches on a piece of paper. Use your phone and snap it to save time. I could have loved to say, do your I could have loved to say, do your mid fidelity, low fidelity, but because of there is no time, so do your mid fidelity on a piece of paper. So when you're doing your scale, don't use shape. Do the normal, like sketch it out. The write up, you can, for the icon, you can just put 0x, like you can just put 0, or you can just put block, but just put X inside. But I need to see the low fidelity. This is something that if I come, I can be able to read the information. I can be able to point out things in your in your low fidelity or your sketch. So that when I'm dropping comment, I should be able to understand. No, don't use line, that kind of normal low fidelity. No, But if you go back to when we talked about the low fidelity, if you go back to when we talk about the wireframe section, the mid fidelity that you saw that it is sketch, it is actually not sketch, but you see that it is well arranged. So you can do something like that. Don't just use line. Use where you're supposed to use text. Use text. You can just write something, maybe small. Write something that I can read, so that when I'm dropping a comment, I can be able to understand it. I know it's not a project that you're doing for a client, but since you're doing it for me to come and read, so just write something that I will understand. I can send you a screenshot of what I meant. So I'm owing you guys 2 things to show you guys 2 things. Now, no color or fantasy detail, just the layout and the functionality, so that I can be able to understand it. Then the next one, which is the prototype, which is the 4th level in the UX design process, is like building the app. Now you're going to use your sketch to create 3 designs in Figma. Now you're going to create, that's so the visual styling, where you have to focus on the clickable part like the button, the link, bottom navigation, and apply visual styling like the color, fonts, spacing, layout to make your design clean and attractive. So what this actually means is creating your style guide. Creating your style guide and creating your local styles is different. Creating your style guide is just the display of what you use on your design. But the local styles is something that, how do I put this in English? Your local style is something that helps you to, reuse the element. It's something that is just going to be, but just style guide is just like a display, just there. But your local style is something that even if I don't care to look at your style guide, your display style guide, if I come to your design, whatever page I am, I will just see your local style because it's just there. For your style guide, I have to go to your style guide page to look at it first, but your local style is here. So you're going to create a local style and you're going to create your style guide. Then the next one is your UI design. So once you're done with this, just convert your sketch into a UI design. I would love to tell you guys the color, but I want to see how you guys are good to pick color. This is a campus mobile application, and school, this is education. Education, what colors do you think falls under edutech? And secondly, what fonts is readable for your users? So I wanted to tell you guys to use social font, but I said no. Let me give these guys opportunity for them to select a font. Let's see how good they are when selecting a font. If you want to use my best font outfits, no problem. If you want to use 2 different fonts, one for the headings and one for the bodies, you're free. But I just want to see how good you are using fonts. I think I want to test you guys. I think I should challenge you guys. Nobody should use outfits. Use your own font. Let me see how good you guys are when it comes to selecting font. Nobody should use outfits. Like you are banned using outfit, but you can use any other fonts you want. But you want to say something?
Yes, coach, please. I've already started my own and I've used outfit.
Oh, okay, fine. Okay, fine, no problem. Use any fonts of your choice. But don't use maximum of 2. Don't use 3. 3 is like it's going to give it bad UX. So just use 2. So you can use, maybe for example, you want to use Montserrat. Montserrat is this kind of chubby horrible forms. So you can use it for the heading. You can use outfits for the body. But if you just want to use one font or 2, you are fine. You are free. But don't use more than 2 fonts, please. If you're using 2, one should be for your heading and one should be for your body. And that one that is for heading, automatically you're going to use it for your, your button. You get. So just play around with it. Let me see what you guys are going to do. Now go and look for a color that you think is okay for any educational or academic application. So just one. If you want to use brown, no problem. If you want to use pink, no problem. If you want to use purple, no problem. If you want to use whatever color, no problem. Just pick your color that you think is okay for education application. Let me see how you guys did that. Now for the testing, which is like evaluating your design, is testing your design with real users. Now this is, I don't even need to break this grammar. It's like doing a prototype and you're posting the link out here. Now I will love all of us here to interact with the prop with the app. But my fear is that if I say everybody post your prototype link, somebody might use the opportunity to copy this person project because we are all working with one topic. So for this testing of your designs, I think nobody is going to post that on the group. You're going to post that on your WhatsApp status. Don't post it any public place that we have for CareerEx. You don't post it on LinkedIn. If you have some friends on Facebook, I think don't post it yet. Maybe when I'm done grading, that's when you can now post it. You get. But because of we are all working with one topic, and I don't want the fact that because we all did it in, sometimes I even drop comment that where did you copy this thing from? And some person will tell me, I did not copy, I did not copy, I did not copy. Those kind of things. That is my fear. So nobody should post anything on a public platform. You can post on your WhatsApp status. I don't know if you guys have a separate group, but don't post on that separate group. You get. Now this is the reason why I'm saying don't post it. Not because I don't want you guys to post it, but I don't want the fact that if I'm grading, I'm seeing that maybe for example, person A have the original work and then the person B, I've already graded the person B, and then I'm accusing the person A that the person copy. I don't want to have something like that. You get. Post on your status. Now, when you're posting, this is where Google Form comes in. Now, when we did that, our questionnaire, there was a time I was telling person that somebody asked, how do you find yourself interacting with the product? Was locating the confession section had, was trying to contact emergency number had. So questions like that. But this time around, you're going to use a Google Form. Now, the Google Form is going to be like, the first thing is going to be like the name of your app. Then you now put testing. Then the description, you put the description of the project, and then you now put this space, and then copy your prototype link and paste it there. And then you start asking the questions. The question is, were you able to sign up successfully, seamlessly? Trying to locate the contact place, is it hard? What do you think we can do on this? Do you think the positioning of the reminder banner is okay? Do you think we should move this? Do you think questions related to how the user interacts with that product? That is usability testing. So whatever results they've given to you, that is like, for example, they'll tell you, oh, this place you put your notification icon, I think you should move it to so place. You get. Before you do it, check about the US if it's okay, then before you move it. But you have to conduct this testing with the same 5 people you've done interview with. Even if it's not the same 5%, but it should be with students. You get. So once you are done, you can submit. That is why I said start doing something. You get. After testing, make improvement based on real user inputs. For example, changing the button placements, fixing the confusion wording, something like that. Now for the final instruction is the visual branding and identity and branding, color palette. Choose a color set that reflects the purpose and mind of your app. Ensure the color are visually appealing and accessible. Please don't use lemon green and white. You will run somebody's eye blind. Then for the logo design, create a simple logo, memory logo that can represent your app purpose. You can just there's a dummy plugin for logo. You can just tweak it. You get. You can look for a random logo on Canva. You can look for the free session. Just play around, because this is a project you are going to post on your portfolio. So just play around. Don't just use dummy logo because you just want to do the Capstone project. This should be like your first project. Like what my cohort 2 they did. Like I so love it that some of them, this time I'm just going through BS and I see their projects. They actually did fintech, and I love it because I love the way they create their US case study. It's so fine. It's so well detailed and all. So that is what you're going to do. Then you should work well on both light and colored background. So what this actually means is that, let's say for example, you are using brown as your primary color. Definitely you want to use a brown background. My R and L tongue. Definitely you want to use a brown background for your splash screen. So definitely your logo should be able to fit the brown background. Then for your login and your sign up, you want to add the logo there. The logo should be able to fit in for the white background. So that is what I meant. Then for the typography, select a clean and readable font for both headings and write-up. You know, don't use something that is going to look like horror movie fonts. Just use something that is very clean and readable. Somebody that comes on this file, like now you see outfits. You see outfits. Outfit is so fine. It's so fine that if you put all your text in cap log, it's so fine inside the button. You put it inside you put it in small letter, it's so fine. So I think whoever that came idea with that outfit, it's so fine. Another font too that I love using, that I think I'm currently working with my company, like plus Jakartan's font. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it well. It's so fine. I found out about this font last September. It's so fine. But you see this Poppins Roboto, I think that is fine. But you see this Poppins robot, especially Poppins, it will not give you the beauty of your design. Is going to be fine if you know how to play around with it, but using it from beginning to end will not give you that balance, look. I'm just giving you guys tips, expo. Then the next one is going to be an app name. We all know you can use AI to create app name for this one, but just use an app name that is meaningful, creative name that align with your app goals and audience. Now for brainstorming and documentation, all your brainstorming activity, the user flow, the empathy map, blah, 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 that you did on your Fig Jam, you're going to just copy everything and come on the Fig Jam and paste it. Just the same way that most of us did in our assignments, the style guide, the mobile, the web, tablet. Please don't use from your team projects when you're creating your Figma file. Go to the drafts. So you can create as multiple page as you want. And then you align your work and label them very well. So that when I come on the file, the first page will say, oh, maybe like a cover page, like a cover something, like, that's when I want to do presentation, that your cover page that talks about something like that. Then the next one is going to be, maybe just say maybe one of the first one, maybe the empathize your user section. The first one is going to be define section, stuff like that. Arrange it in the way that if I come, I will understand what is happening. Now, content guideline, do not use dummy text. Nobody should use a dummy text. Now, in your bonding, I know people who want to use a body text. I want to see how you can be able to think of a content as a UX designer. So don't use dummy text. Don't use dummy. I don't want to see dummy text anywhere, or duplication of maybe your, especially that onboarding screen. I don't want to see dummy text. Use a text. All content text, labels, button, description must be real and meaningful. Now, for submission rules, you must submit only one link, which is your Figma file link, not your prototype link, not your FigJam link. Anything you've done on the FigJam, the brainstorming session you've done on the FigJam, copy it, come to your Figma, open different pages. See that page I wonder, I've been doing that plus. I've done that plus to 70 page before I deleted that file. So it's plenty. Don't manage, want to manage, don't manage. Don't use from your team project. So when you come to your Figma dashboard, the first thing you're going to do, go to the left-hand side, look for draft, click on draft. When you click on draft, a new page will open for you. You go there and select a design file. You can create as multiple page as you want. So when you create, then you now start breaking down this one for this one, this one for this one, this one for this one. Now, no separation of link for FigJam or other like other two. Maybe you want to try Miro, you want to try WinSeek, and then you submit it. No, you're going to submit only one link, which is the Figma file link. Now, the reason why I'm saying only one link is that this is what I normally do. When I want to grade you guys assignments, I used to, the first 4%, I will open it, I will click it at the same time. Now, if you submit two links and it's easier for me, it's faster for me, and you submit two links, I might not know that you're the one that have the FigJam link that is related to this Figma link. It might be confusing for me. And if I make mistake now, they don't give you your original score, it's going to be a problem. That is why I said use one Figma link. So that when I come to this Figma link, I will know it's Anu's Figma link. And then I'll start looking from her page 1 down to the last page. Don't just use the page 1, page 2, page 2. Rename the page. Like the assignment that you guys submitted, you could use Tie Guide, mobile, tablets, web. I love it. It was so detailed. You get. So you're going to label the pages. So when I come out, I'm going to this one, I'm going to this one, I'm going to this one. It will be easier for us. You get. Now, everything must be done inside the Figma file. Okay, everything must be done inside the Figma file. So, you guys have question?
I have a
You guys
question.
have question?
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead, Kemi.
Okay, good evening, ma. The draft you said we should
Good
use
evening, ma.
create multiple pages. Is it submittable? Like, can we submit the link to it?
Mm. Yes, yes. Once you've opened that draft, now the good thing about that draft is once you go to your drafts and you click on create, you click on the create button. You know, when you click on drafts, it will open on that page that will takes you to your right hand side Figma. You click on create, it will show you design, jam, zboost or boost. It will show you a bit bees. I don't know, BUZZ. It will show you sites. I think that's how my own is design make and all. So the first one you just click on design file. When you click on that file, that design, once you click on it, automatically it has done one thing for you, which is like giving everybody access on that file to view. You've done that one. But if you're using from your team project, you're going to create only 3 pages from the Figma file. That one is number one. Number two is going to lock the file automatically. So you will have to unlock the file manually. Number three, if you're creating from that your team project, you can create only 1 page on your FigJam file. It will not take you more than. That's the disadvantage of creating something from your team project. But if you use from your draft, you can create as multiple pages as you want. And it has already given anybody access on that file to view. Once you share that link, automatically I have access to view on that file. Does this make sense?
Yes, my understand. Thank you.
All
Please,
right.
can I ask a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I want to know, is it possible to have a FigJam file and a Figma design file on the same link?
No.
How do we? Eh, so how come you say we should send you just one link containing all? Is it that we should send you our personal Figma file link, like
Your
that has all
children,
our assignments in it?
no. Shebi, use new page you use and create for your CapCut project. I want to use assignments and this thing. Why you guys repeating? Like, why are you using?
No, it's a new page. A
Oh,
new
it's a new
page.
page. It's a new
Sir.
page now. It's a new page.
I'm confused now because you're like, we should not send you two links.
You're not
You said
sending
we
two
shouldn't
links.
send you two
Copy
two
whatever
links
you've done.
containing both of our.
Listen, listen.
Okay.
Whatever you've done on your free jam. Just highlight everything. Highlight everything you've done. Let's say you create first page is your one side is your
So, Charlie, I cannot hear you. Please, am I the only one that can't hear?
Can't hear actually.
Can't either.
how about now? Hello?
No.
I can hear you, man.
Thank you. I wanted to
Yeah.
open attendance. Okay, I wanted to open attendance while I'm answering Esther's question, but it just told me that it's like I cannot record my Chrome. I don't know if I'm the one that set it or something. I'll open it later. So Now, Esther's question is she going to use the previous Figma file, or how is she going? Now you are saying you are saying we should use Figma for brainstorming, and then you are saying we should submit one link. How am I going to go about that? Now, the answer to her question is yes, you're going to use you're going to use one Figma file for the UI and then FigJam for the brainstorming. Now, the empathizing with your user, definition of your definition process, your hydrate process, you're going to use FigJam. Now, what I mean is like your questionnaire, you're going to, normal way we use our sticky notes for our questionnaires. Then you move to your personas, you're going to use FigJam. Then if you want to create from scratch, no problem. If you want to use templates, no problem. Then the next one is going to be your the next one is going to be your empathy mapping. You're going to use FeedJam. The next one is going to be your user journey. You're going to use FeedJam. The next one is going to be your flowchart. You're going to use FeedJam. The next one is going to be problem definition. You're going to use FeedJam, which is the sticky notes. Now, for your sketch, you're going to use FigJam. You're going to use Figma because it's something that you have to snap with your phone and upload it and then label it very, very well. Now, the UI design, which is the high fidelity, adding your image, the color, blah, 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 style guide, and all Figma you're going to use. Now, once you are done, it's time for submission. How are you going to go about it? Now, what you're going to do now is, since you're using FigJam, and you've created your file from the draft, you have access to create multiple page. Now, what you're going to do, you're going to now create more page. When you create more page, the ones like when you create a new page, now you move those new page to the top and then copy whatever you've done on the FigJam, your brainstorming idea, your brainstorming section, up from the questionnaire with sticky note. Just highlight everything and come to your Figma and paste it. You can say the first one, you can say page 1 is empathizing with your user or empathize. You copy all the deliverables from empathizing and paste on page 1. You move to page 2. Page 2 says define, which is the problem definition. You put it define. You go to your FigJam, whatever you've done on the define section, you copy it, you come there, you paste it. The next one that say hydrate, which is the prototype parts and the low fidelity. Now you will not snap with your phone. We taught you how to upload images on Figma. You snap with your phone, upload on Figma, and then you label it very well. So that you just put it in a way that somebody that is JJC will understand. You get, because if I say do it this way, people will just upload something and maybe their screen one might be at the bottom. I might not even understand, because this project I want to take my time to go through it. That's why I said label it very well. Especially your low fidelity. Madam, so you do it that way. Then the fourth one, which is the prototype, the high fidelity, that one is already on Figma. You get, so whatever you've done on your FigJam, just highlight it. Like when I mean highlight it, like highlight everything. Command C, Control C, or you right click, copy, and then you come to your Figma, and then you do Command V or Control V, or right click and say paste here. It will just paste. Now, when it's paste, don't touch anything. The reason why I say don't touch anything, just make sure that everything you've done is correct on the, because if you move it to your flowchart, if you move your flowchart from FigJam to Figma, and you want to adjust, it will scatter. It's no longer in a connection form. It will scatter. And at the end of the day, you start feeling frustrated. So before you come to your Figma to copy, make sure that everything is arranged. If it's possible, in your FigJam file, put it in section. I know we know how to do section. When we did that collaboration one, I said, everybody take your section, go and design landing page. People are putting section with the name on it. You know how to do it. The same way you can do it on FigJam. Put everything in section. You know that everything is correct. My A is here. Then you copy it and you come to your Figma and paste it. When you paste it in Figma, it will give you that component color, that component shade of color. But it's not component. So you're just showing you that you copy this thing from FigJam to Figma. So you just paste it there. You get, so that is it. So let me look for that image, something like that, contact something. I know I did something like that. That should be July. I did one small video like that. Where is it? Esther, did I answer your question? Esther,
Yes, coach, I can hear you. I got it. Thank
did
you.
I? Okay, so let me show you guys something.
Ma, we are not seeing your screen.
I'm coming. I'm coming. Now let me show you guys. So this was what I was showing you guys. Like for that contact or something, you can just use this pattern, something like this. You can just do something like this, like an idea. But if you think it's not good, you can change it. So in this place, I just use icon. So here we can just use that core icon, and then if you just click on it, it's just going to be like a list for you, and then you click the one you want, and then automatically you just have that call screen. But the normal call is not going to be app call, it's going to be normal call. Like when you want to book a boat and you want to call the driver, it's going to tell you call on the app or call normal call. But our own is going to be the normal call. So I will share this video. So I'm looking for another thing that I'm owing you guys. Can somebody remind me the second one? Hello?
I wanted to send a screenshot.
What screenshots? Remind me again, please.
I don't remember, but
Because I know this is one. So let me share it. So I'm going to
Coach,
share
this
this video.
design thinking process is in our assignment file. Oh. Are we supposed to have it?
Come again.
I said the design thinking process is not in our file, like the assignment you gave us. Are we supposed to have it?
Design thinking.
Yeah, the one you just showed us a breakdown of what is
Did you,
expected of us, that the deliverables, everything that we're supposed to be in our assignment. It's not there. The question just stops at number 6.
I don't understand what you're saying, but I dropped a video related to design thinking process for us. Because I know I've been singing
I
it.
know.
You guys know
This
I did not give you
project
for
that we are
assignment
doing.
related to it. I did not give you for
No, I
assignment
mean this
related to it.
project.
Hmm?
What I mean, the project where our question stops is it just in number 3. Sorry, number 6. Number 6,
Did
and
you
then the
open
rest part of
did
is not
you
there.
if you're using a laptop to open it, I put it in different pages. If you're using your laptop to open the question, I put it in. What am I even saying? If you're using your phone will show you all of them, page 1, page 2, page 3. But if you're using your laptop to open it, by the right hand side, you will see the page's name there. It's page 1. The Google Doc normally call it tab 1, tab 2, tab 3 is there. But if you're using your phone, it will show you all of them. Page 1 comes in. But if you're using your laptop, check at the left hand side of your laptop. As you have access to only view, just click on the first page, you will see it. You click on the second page, you see it. You click on the third page, you see it. But don't worry, I'm going to push the question. I'm going to push everything to the platform. Now, if I push to the platform, it's just going to be in one page or two. Please, please use a fresh file. Please, if you use a previous file, I will not grade you. I will not grade you. And I meant it. If you use your old assignment file, because using a fresh file, now let me tell you the secret why. Sometimes people will not know that I used to catch you guys and you will just come out and say it's a fresh file. Now let me tell you something. I have 3 Figma accounts. 3. One is my main account. The other one is freelancing accounts. The other one is for you guys. I created that one because of you guys. And somebody log in his Figma account in my laptop plus my company account. So I have like 5 Figma accounts. So if I'm coming on a new file, once I click on the link, Figma will show me notification. Which account do you want to have access to? When I click my Ada Jerome 94 and comes on the file, automatically it tells me that this is a new file. But if I just click on your file and you just jump me immediately to your page, is an old file. So when I tell people that you guys use your previous file, sometimes you just come out and say it's a lie. I know. I've been teaching for before I even joined CareerEx, I've been teaching for long. I've been reviewing people's design. People have been reviewing my design. So all these things, I know it. Please use a fresh file. This is like a project, not assignments. For assignments, I can PT, but for projects, use a fresh file. So that when we are done, I can say, okay, I can give you guys templates to create a US case study, and you create a US case study. Maybe hopefully, yes, tomorrow I'm going to show you how to upload your work on Behance, how to create an account on Behance. So you can upload your work in Behance. I'm going to show you some of the projects of my past students, how they did it. It's so fine. And trust me, I'm not forcing anybody. I just want to be like a motivator or a motivating lady. I don't want to be a motivational speaker, but I want to be something that is going to motivate you to do more. I'm not forcing you, but if you feel like I'm putting too much pressure on you, no problem, I will stop. You get? So use a new file. This is a project. If you use a previous file for your assignments, no wahala, I will grant you that one. But for this project, it should be a new file, like brand new, tear rubber. You get? So anything you're doing, you're going to create I know some of you or somebody was asking the day whether we can copy these local styles. Trust me, you can't. You can't copy. But just create your local styles. Like, let it be something that it is easier for you. Now, this is one thing about me. My junior designer, in my company, I'm not the senior designer, but at least we have a design manager. I'm just they don't normally call me senior design, but I don't look myself as a senior designer. I have a junior designer. Now I was working on a project, and this junior designer was working on a project. They called for a meeting and they were like complaining that this junior designer was not doing well, was not doing this, was not doing this. And I just said, okay, send me the Figma file. Let me see if I know the flow of the project already. Let me work on it. And when I enter the file, the first thing I was looking at was the local style. I did not see local styles. That was when I knew that there is a lot of work. What I just did was just to create a new local styles from my own Figma. Not the company account, on my own Figma. First design, I will copy the authentication screen. Authentication screen is the sign up, login, forgot password, blah, 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 and all. I just copied that one. I went to my own and number one. Number two, the person used poppins. Not because I don't like poppins, but the person did not use it well. It didn't balance well. I've created a new local styles, especially the fonts, because I already have the color. I create a new one and then I start designing it. When I was designing, I'll just come down bunny, I'll just click on it. I don't used to even select the font. I'll just come down local style, I'll just select, I'll just come here, I'll just select, I'll just come here, I'll just select. Because I've already clicked. Just doing my work like copy paste, like tap paste, tap paste, tap paste. It was just easier for me. You get? So I know at first is a struggle doing it. Like when you want to create interactive components, it's a struggle. But when you've created component local styles, my dear, along the way as you're designing, you see that you've relieved yourself from stress. That's why I said if you cannot use grouping, use frame. Sorry, if you cannot use auto layout, use frame instead of grouping. Grouping will give you stress. You see, grouping, you would drag, it will just be there like chewing gum to just stretch and be going for you. But with frame, it's easier to just, when you just drag, it will just go off. Auto layout, I know if you're not too good with auto layout, don't use auto layout, use framing instead of grouping. Grouping, if you are dragging, it will just be doing like chewing gum for you, except you drag outside the whole phone frame before it will go off. You get? So if you cannot use auto layout, use grouping. Use a new file. If you are creating the new file, come from your drafts. Click as multiple pages as you want. Like this is your beer parlor. Spread your body, do your design. We'll come back tomorrow. Two things I'm going to show you for tomorrow is how US case study look like and how to upload it on Behance. So I'm going to re-upload my food app on Behance, and then I'm going to show you case study of the cohort 2 students so that you will see. Then also, next week, we're just going to answer questions and answer. We're also going to do that tomorrow, but we're just going to do question and answer related to projects. And then with which our week 12, this is where you guys will now, feed me in a process of presenting your work. If you've done 10%, just show me your 10%. Let me see. Presentation has its score. Your project has its score. So the score is not going to be over 10. It's going to be over 100. So your presentation has its own score, and your assignment, your project has its own score. So if it's 10% that you've done, show me the 10%. If it's 2% that you've done, show me the 2%. But before that presentation, you will have to submit the project first. So that and you have to submit the project, and it will be locked, no extension. But I'm looking at giving you guys extension because of the messages I saw this evening that shook my bone. So people are saying that, oh, they didn't know that it had been available 2 weeks ago. The extension might not be in weeks, it's just going to be in days, maybe 2. Okay, so but before you present, you will submit your work. I will have access to your file. So as you're presenting, I'm not looking at your work and I'm giving you your score immediately. Okay, so try as much as possible. So tomorrow I'll show you what a US case study look like and what a UI case study look like. And I'm also going to show you how to upload on Behance. I might not be able to create a new account, but maybe somebody is going to create a new account from his end or our end and then show us. You get, I don't want to create a new account. I think I'm okay with that Behance because Behance is like my public portfolio. So somebody is going to create accounts there. It's just easy way to just authenticate with your Google, and then I'll show you how to upload it. I'll show you how to look for inspiration on Behance. You can look for inspiration on the community, but I'm going to show you how to look for inspiration on Behance. I'm going to show you what a UI case study look like, what a US case study look like. I'm also going to answer some of your questions, and I'm also going to, if we have any other thing we need to treat, we'll treat it tomorrow. So next week is just going to be the same thing of question and answer, and then week 12 is a presentation day. So everybody, you have to present your work. We are going to use Telegram. We're going to use Telegram, but you will have to share your screen from your end. So my own is just to sit down and cross leg. Maybe I'm going to drop one big bottle of Zobo. So I'll just be sipping it as you guys are presenting. So if you don't know, even if you're not perfect, just show me proof that you did this work. That's what I want to see. Maybe a client, just that way of, this is what I did. Normal presentation in the school. No, you're presenting, no, prototype, okay. You're going to present from your beginning of your work, your questionnaire, down to the downward. You're not using PowerPoint. You're going to use Figma. You're not using any PowerPoint. Everything is Figma. What slide in class? You're not using PowerPoint. You're not using this thing. Everything is Figma. Nothing like PowerPoint. Now, the presentation means you're not going to do a presentation slide. No, you're not doing any presentation slide. That's why I said I'm going to show you a UI case study and I'm going to show you a US case study. But what we are doing is a US case study, and I'm going to show you what the previous people did in their own. So if you don't meet up to do this case study, you're going to do the presentation page by page. You're not using PowerPoint because we as a designer, we must use everything with Figma. Now, this person said, Ma, can you share us the slide you use in class? I don't know which of the class. I did not use any slide in this class. What I use is already on the resources. Our project is already on the resources. So 3 persons and 4 persons are typing. Okay, Ma, I have a question. I didn't know if I have to say this, but is it mandatory to begin with login for this Capstone project? And how many screens are we supposed to have in the minimum? There's no minimum. No, but your first question says, is it mandatory to begin with login? Why will you begin with login? As a new user, why will I start with login? This is a mobile application, so I should start with Splash, onboarding. You're designing for a new user. Let me answer Musa's question. You're designing for a new user, so it definitely is going to start from the Splash, the onboarding. Follow that food pattern method we follow. Then number 2, I'm not supposed to tell you how many screens. Your idea, your solution should determine how many screens you are going for. I've designed a food project that contains 80 screens. I've designed one agro something that's I designed over 102 screens. So sometimes your idea, your solution can create multiple screens. So there's no particular amount of screens you're creating. Then Fred has said, you mentioned questionnaire. Is there a way? No, you can't export it. But what we normally do, I don't know if you can export, but what we normally do is just to take a screenshot of our results. I think we did that in one of our assignments. You can just take if your system normally, do that. Hey, what are they called? Snap. Is this snap or screenshots? You can just come to question one and just take a screenshot of it. When you take it a screenshot, it's just going to be like an image. You just paste it on your feature. So we did that in our assignments. So you can just follow that pattern. So that for me to just see the results you get. Concerning the feedback session for the 5 students, are they going to test the app and give us feedback? Yes, they're going to test the app prototype and give us feedback. Yes, yes. Yes. Ugochukwu, yes, your question is here. They're going to test the app, which is the prototype. Holiness, thank you. Okay, then she said you have been very detailed about the project. Can you please help us put it in writing? Yeah, it's already in writing. I mean the breakdown for the questionnaire to the UX flow as you explained so far. Yeah, it's already in writing. Check the resources. It has been there for 2 weeks, so I'm not mistaken. It has been there. That should be like after, either before config or after config. It has been there. Yeah, it's there. But I'm going to reshare it again. Okay, on the 6th of May. I sent it on the 6th of May. So I'm going to forward it to the general group now. It has been there on the 6th of May. So second one, screenshot. Okay, thank you. How will they go up? Now, Ugochukwu, how will they go about it? They will just test your prototype link. Right, Uncle don't copy and paste and yeah. Wait first. So Ugochukwu, your answer to your question is how will they do it? They'll just test your prototype link. Then she said, when you were talking about the interview question, you mentioned that we should have a 10 square. So how do we know the meaning of 10 or max? So I want to know if it's a minimum of 10. Minimum of 10. Except you have 20 questions to ask, you can go ahead, but just minimum of 10. Now, this minimum of 10 is just going to exclude their personal information, like your age, the name of your school. And then your question should be like, are you a student? Are you a student? What level? At least that one is okay. Next one should be like, do you miss maybe class? Do you miss activity? Stuff like that. I am not thinking of the question, because if I tell you the question, I just want you guys to think. But good evening, ma. But these ones are okay. Are you a student? What level are you? Do you normally have fun in school? I don't want to take good details. So some questions like that, but just minimum of 10 is okay. So I don't want to turn people's head. No, that one is okay. So minimum of 10, but if you want to go more than 10, you are welcome. You're fine. So okay. So I believe no, Che, no, no. But university level is okay, but age, no, I don't think age is part of their personal question. No, let's take age. Let's take age out. You can just look for extra one question, just make it 11. So I don't know if they've answered your questions, but you can just look for extra one and just add. Okay, so I want to say something, and I'm going to say it. So I want you guys to use AI too, but using an AI tool, please don't just copy. You have a good response. So don't using an AI tool, please don't just copy whatever AI gives to you and upload. Because no, I know everybody's looking for shortcut. Me too, I'm looking for shortcut. If it's the way that I can just buy a magic stick and do pure in my laptop and eat the money, buy one Benza, it will be fair. But don't do shortcut. See, if you use AI tool, no problem. But If AI give you the answer, know it and then, put it in your own knowledge. Like now, let me tell you guys something. Before, I was having issues to understanding user journey map. I've never done user journey map. But once you bring that topic, I will jump and pass. But one day, I sat down and I asked AI, please, this user journey map, I want to understand. I'm finding it difficult. And a friend of mine shared one book like that related to user journey map. When I listened to what AI said, because I'm using this audio AI something, and I read the book, and that was when I now understand how it is being done, unlike how many years you get. So if you're using AI, please go ahead, use it, but use it in a way that it is adding knowledge for you. You get, don't just use it because you want to meet up time, then you just use it. No. Mm-mm. So she said, I have 20 response so far. Oh, but you have plenty response. So trust me, plenty. So she said, are we creating mid fidelity as well? My dear, the mid fidelity you are creating is going to be on a piece of paper. Don't create mid fidelity like designing it. There's no time. Your mid fidelity should be a sketch. So if you check that brainstorming part, which is the hydrate, I said it should be your flow chart. I think the first one is flow chart. The second one should be the mid fidelity. Please ask your question. Let me see if I can open attendance. Attendance will be open from now till midnight. So even if I end this class, it will be open from now till midnight. I'm coming. Let me open attendance, then come back to Telegram. Wow. Deborah, type your question or ask your question. Let me look for a way and open attendance for us. So we can mark attendance. Attendance will be open from now till midnight. If you guys notice, I've been leaving attendance till midnight for the past 3 weeks now. Apart from config day. Oh God, I don't know how I want to apologize for that config day. I got carried away. Esther, they will explain to you, like they could tell at a point I had to take off my wig because I wasn't looking at everything straight again. Don't know how I'm going to make up with that for some persons that they don't mark their this thing. I'm going to look for a way and add score to those persons. But I'm going to look for a way and apologize to everybody by adding score. I'm trying to put my list in now. What are you doing? Which one is invalid email and password again? One. Okay. Change my password though. I forgot though. Okay, attendance is open now. Okay. I thought it was interview you are supposed to do for student. Why am I hearing questionnaire? Hey, it's the same thing now. Interview questionnaire. This is the long pronunciation. No, it's not. Don't be confused. It's the long name is called interview questionnaires. That's the long way to call it. Don't be confused. You're right. And I've started conducting. You're free. So for people that don't know how to talk one-on-one, you can conduct. You can do the two. But I just, I'm trying not to tell you people the answer. I want you guys to think. Then should I create another form because of the age? There's no need. Rather, no need for your own. No need. Since you've gotten 20 response, no need. Leave it. So what you're just going, no need, no need, no need. Except you can do it this way. Carry your Gongoro shift first. You guys know where I'm making this call. Like I said, the bush because of network. Okay, so for your question, if you want to add maybe another question. You can creating a new form. I think this mistake was done by me. No need, leave it. Leave it. No need to create, leave it. But people that have not created, don't add age. Don't add age. Even if you want to add age, just say, how old are you? You can say 18 to 25. You can say, okay, fine. Let's add age. Let's add age. You can say, don't add like 8, just add 18 to 25, 16, 18 to 25, 26 to 35, 35 to 44, maybe 44 to 50 or 60, then you now put 60 plus. You get it. You just click their age grade. So okay, let's add age. Let's add age. So I will know the people, the age, our target audience age grade. Okay, let's add age. Age is part of UX. See me thinking of. Let's add age. Let's add age. US go whine you, but you don't need to panic. Trust me. This is where you guys are going to think. God, I beg you. Okay, so do we have any other question? Attendance is open, so it will be open from now. If you no wahala, I no leave your own, no problem. You can leave it. But people that have not started already, that have not gotten response, they can add age. But people that have gotten response, that are done with that stage, they can leave it. And let's leave that one. Because adding grade age that is like creating a new file and no, you will not get. Let's leave it for people that have. No, something I don't see for this my papa house where I come today. It is well. Okay, so for people that have not started, their questionnaire, you can add it. For people that have started and have gotten response, don't worry. Don't worry about it. So not to scatter the whole thing. Just continue like that. So I hope with this whole stuff, and I believe to see the magic you guys are going to create. Like I can't wait to start seeing you guys need to this girl that I've been posting back to back on LinkedIn. But it just is sweet me. It's not because you're tagging me or something, it's because I'm seeing progress. Like trust me, like I said when we started, the progress I've seen in everybody, like from your week 2 assignments up till now. You guys are doing so well. Deadline of this assignment is in 2 weeks' time. Like let me check my calendar to be sure of the dates. This is 31st. Next month is August, and this is 31st. Deadline of this assignment is on the 9th of June. So presentation day is on the 7th and 8th of June. So presentation day is on the 7th and 8th of June. Last day for submission is on the 9th. You get? It's not assignments, it's a project. I'm not giving people any assignment again. We are done with assignments. Then somebody said, I have a question as regarding to the previous assignments. Couldn't hear at some point. Please no. Okay, let me for people that join late. Let me say this again for people that join late. So there's a technical issue that occurred, and it happened on my end. And because I was so overwhelmed with a lot of work and all, I noticed I didn't track the technical issue on time. And because I saw 10, and I didn't track it on time. And I went and gave the first 10 persons score. If you check, it's only 10 persons that has gotten score. Now, I don't want to continue that way. I had to stop to rectify the technical issue first before I can continue grading. For the first 10 persons that have gotten their score, it's 11 persons that submitted first, but one person submitted a wrong link. I think I dropped a comment. About that. For the first 10 persons that have gotten their score, some persons are getting 10/20, 9/20. So whatever score you've gotten, times it by 2 to give you your original score. So, but I will announce that the other person I have graded them, I'm going to rectify that technical issue so that if, for example, if I've graded Holiness Emmanuel, 9/20, which is 18/20. And on his end, he's seeing 9/20. Meanwhile, when I've just, okay, now I've rectified the issue, and then the borrower's own is now 18/20. So he won't feel intimidated or, score the motivate person. He won't feel bad. So that's why I'm not grading again. I stopped to rectify the issue. So once I rectify the issues, I'm going to grade. So that when you come to your place, if you're having a conversation and you say, oh, Holiness, I got 18/20. Holiness will say, oh, me too, yes, I got 19/20, not 9/20. You get? So for the first 10 person that have seen their score, times your score by 2 and have your original score, which is in your head or in your mind. But the display, I'm going to correct that so that it will not affect us in our total grading. Do you understand? Olayemi. So presentation day is on the 7th and 8th of June. Deadline of the project is on the 9th of June. I may or may not extend it, but I want to extend it, but I'm not going to tell you guys yet. Yeah. Trust me, creating wireframe. Hey, how do I explain this grammar for you? Esther, yes, because this assignment submission is, because this Esther, Esther, you're confusing me. Oh. Okay, let me welcome my papa. Yeah, I get up. I'm gonna no vex. Make I welcome my papa. 1 minute, please. So sorry about that. I had to, only daughter. I be starter for my papa place. So okay, so let me answer her question. So yes, all your assignments are over 10. This previous one is over 20 because it is 2 weeks. I didn't give you people assignments for like the last assignment. So normal assignment is every week over 10, every week over 10. But this previous one, the deadline of the assignments is 10 days, like it entered the next week. So instead of giving you another assignment to choke you because some of us have already started projects and some of us have other activities we are doing, that is why I said let's do it over 20. So once you submit, we will divide the score. Don't worry about that. We'll do that on the back end. You get. Then I can't configure. Okay, no. Whenever you see comment from Ada Jerome, yes, I'm the one. So I create a new Figma file, new Figma account, just mostly for you guys. You get. So I have other sometimes you see Obianuju. No, I don't use that one anymore. I don't use for you guys. I have Design Cook. I don't use that one. But Ada Jerome is just mostly for you. And please, I have missed class for over 2 weeks because of health. Yeah. Olayemi, now I remember you. So it's more simple doing it. So somebody said doing wireframe on a pen and paper. Pen and paper is harder. It's not harder, trust me, it's easier. I don't do wireframe on Figma. I have a big drawing book that I normally do my sketch. I have pencil, I have eraser that I normally do. So it's easier. It's just like you are writing instead of typing. You get. I'm going to extend it, but just have it at the back of your mind that it is on the 9th of June. Okay. So I think we don't have any other thing. Attendance is open till midnight. So in my language is kachifono since tomorrow. Let me go and eat mommy on you. So I'll forward this video to you guys and you guys will just have it. Or should we upload it on YouTube? Or we should just send it? So just let me know on the chat box. All right. So see you guys. I hope with this little point of mine, I've able to convince you people that the project is very simple and it's something that we all can do. So talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.
Bye. You have been able to confuse us. Oh, God.